This video is sponsored by our friends over at Boardwalk. For more than 35 years, Boardwalk has been a great place for gamers in Greenville. Be sure to give them a visit if you're in the area. Now, on to the review. Hello, my name is Vincent Baker, and I'm from Vindicated Entertainment, and with me I have...
I'm still Zach.
I'm Drake.
Corey, guy on the left.
There we go.
And today we are reviewing Koi.
It's so pretty.
A pretty game by Smirk and Laughter in which you are a koi fish trying to swim around the stream using directional cards, and you're trying to swallow frogs and dragonflies to earn points, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. You can place down rocks to create barriers for people. You can place down cherry blossoms to create ripples in the lake to move pieces around. You can have lily pads that will spawn dragonflies, and frogs eat dragonflies. So, very cool, interesting.
And the winner
game.
swims to the top of the waterfall to become the majestic dragon.
Which does not happen in-game, I should say.
Aww.
Sadly.
Sadly does not happen in-game.
I would love to see, like, the art
more of a
for this for the dragon.
Yeah, it's more of a story element. So with that being said, Zach, what's your hot take?
I like it because, well, one thing is it's really colorful. If you look at the box art itself, it's really nice. The board, which is double-sided for 1 to 2 players, and then 3 to 4 players has its own side, which is a bigger board. It looks really nice. The actual fish are little wooden pieces, along with the mosquito or the dragonflies, the rocks, and what else is wooden pieces?
The lily pads and the...
No, not the lily pads.
The rocks?
The rocks. The frogs. The frogs are nice little wooden pieces. Look cute. The cherry blossoms really nice. Look like cherry blossoms, really good. And the lily pads are really nice too. I like it. It was simple. It took us a minute to figure out stuff, but honestly, I think we all got caught up with it because it's a 7-day cycle, and after day 1, which was our first turn, I think we all pretty much understood.
It was easy to catch on once you got the core gameplay loop. It's like, okay, I understand how this goes, and then you can move your fish around. All right.
It's very pretty.
Drake, what's your hot take?
For me, honestly, I really liked the game because it seems like a really happy koi pond, but you can wage hell very easily while putting rocks in some corners.
Oh,
anyway,
he ended up putting rocks all around him and getting trapped in his own rock cave.
And don't forget tactical frogs too.
The tactical placement of frogs.
Ribbit.
Because frogs eat dragonflies.
In other words, you can either be nice or be evil to your friends when playing this game. And that's why I really enjoyed it, because it added an element of fun. Instead of eat dragonfly, gain 3 points. Eat frog, gain 1 point. And then you could be like, you know what, I have a frog card, I'm going to use it and eat these 2 dragonflies. And then your friend to your left's like, bruh. It's one of those games. But I really, really enjoyed it.
All right, Corey?
Yeah, being able to create ripples in the Zen pond as it was is a very interesting experience because everything about this game is honestly quite calming. From the very soft color palette to the absolutely gorgeous art. I mean, it's just a very relaxing game to play with friends. It's surprisingly fun to play for how simple it is to pick up once you get a hang of how the rotation works on the hex board, which does take adjusting if you're not used to those kind of game boards. Short of that, the instruction manual's clean, very easy to pick up. The season changes are great, and the game pretty much flows without much of a hitch once you get an idea of how it plays through the first round or so.
Now, mommy and daddy over here did get into a fight on how they work.
Well, like I said, I mean, if you haven't played Hex in a while, it's hard to figure out the rotation with it. Yeah. But
I understand how hexes work. It was just what you were trying to tell me was not logical.
Love you too, wifey.
No, I agreed. Because as soon as you're like, place them in corners, and they're like, but
there's 6 corners.
There's 6 corners.
Everybody
just looked at Zach.
There's 6.
All right, so with that, let's go ahead and give our rating.
Did you give a review?
Yeah, you didn't say much about it.
I've said all I want to say.
You did get the opener and the description. So
I gave a description.
I will say it is it says 1 to 4. I would be interested to see how a 1 person plays it. I bet you it's just trying to achieve the highest score.
You're trying to get a certain score in a certain amount of time before time's up.
Is that it?
The wind, I think, blows things.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That gives you a different way to play. That's cool.
Or
Yeah, but
cool.
I just pictured Drake sitting in this room though, just like.
Dang it!
It's just like mini chess.
But it is interesting because it is one of those few games that only a person can. So a lonely person like me could buy the game and play it if need be.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that adds to my review.
It actually, honestly, and it may be just because it's Japanese themed, but it reminds me of a simplified version of Go.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sort of, but not too complicated.
Yeah, exactly. like a way simplified version of Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Rating.
I give it a Z. It's close to a Y to a Z. I think I give it a Z because it is one of those games. It still is really simple to play. We had a couple hiccups, but I like it. One thing that really gets me, no matter what, is if it's colored really nicely. Mm-hmm. And for this game being Zen, being koi fish, the colors really do make it look a lot better than what people would think.
All right, Drake.
I'll put it at a Z because before this review, I didn't know you could play it alone. So that also adds to the element of, wow, if I'm bored one day and I want to use my brain, you can play koi. And plus, the fact that you can put blood in the water while placing rocks in front of people, and then screw each other over, have a lot of fun, but also it feels calming because you have to strategize and think with your mind. It's cool. So I'm going to give it a solid Z. I enjoy it.
That's what I didn't do. I didn't think.
That's why I lost for All right, Corey.
If only I had strategized and hadn't put a rock field around me.
If only I had a brain.
If only I had placed a minefield around me.
All right. For this game, I'm definitely going to have to give it a Z as well. From the calming color aesthetic to just how surprisingly gentle the learning curve is on the game, where you have the ability to pick it up and then you can develop more complex strategies from your optional movements to your using the cherry blossoms to essentially skip jump through certain obstacles. The game has hidden depth and complexity and strategy to it, but with the surprisingly calm exterior and easy to pick up but hard to master mentality, and it's a wonderfully styled game.
All right, so for me, I feel like this game does a lot of things well. I feel like everything it does well. The game I played last time, Lanterns, also did well. Yeah. And unfortunately, none of you have played Lanterns. But I can't help but to compare it to Lanterns because they're both similar. They have an Eastern beautiful art style, and they both are very zen and peaceful. They're both easy to play. But I preferred Lanterns in every way, so it's hard for me to give this the same grade I'd give Lanterns. But I do think for me this is very much between a Y and Z. And if I'm going to give it a Y personally, but Y, I'm not saying it's bad. I don't think I'd ever buy the game personally, but I think it is a fun game. I think it's definitely worth playing if you seem interested in it. I'm not giving it a Y as a bad rating because Y can be,
It's just for that particular category you'd recommend it if you like that style of game, but there are potentially better games in that similar game.
Because Y can be anything that's mediocre, above mediocre, or it can even be a good game, and I think this is a good game.
But it's something you wouldn't buy. You would buy something else over it that you've already played.
Yeah, and if I rate it at an amazing score, to me, I'd feel very compelled to buy it. It doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to buy it, but I'm going to feel a lot of pressure to buy it. This, I would slightly consider buying, but I don't think I'd ever buy it. For me, but I'm also very minimalistic when it comes to my games, so I'm not a type of gamer that will just purchase hundreds of games. A lot of board gamers do that, so if you're one of those gamers, you'd probably pick up Koi because it wouldn't hurt to have on your shelves because it is a fun game, and I do recommend playing it.
Yeah, and for me, it's I change my grading scale depending on what kind of game it wants to be. For simplistic games, multiple people can play with ease. I'm looking for the art style and how easy it is to play. Versus games that want to be complex, it should be complex but better to understand.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend if you enjoy Koi to check out Lanterns, the Harvest Festival, and if you like Lanterns, the Harvest Festival, and you haven't played Koi, maybe you like Koi more. So I recommend that. Anyways, that's our review. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment in this video. Let us know if you've played Koi or if you're interested in playing it, and let us know what you thought of it. Anyways, you can join us on our Discord, and you can also check out our Patreon, in which we give behind-the-scenes art. We make games. You get to see our game documents. It's a lot of fun. Over 200 posts currently, so it's the lifeblood of everything we do.
Question.
Yes.
How many of those posts have I made?
None.
Good, because they're all spelled correctly.
Yeah. So, anyways, stay awesome. Thank you so much.
The video's over, but this was made by our Patreons.
We really appreciate what you've done for us, and we'd appreciate it if you'd continue following us further at patreon.com/Vindicated Entertainment.
Yeah, you guys. Be sure to check out some more of our videos, okay? Bye.
Bye.